No Tingle then.
No Cairo Tingle.
No Cairo
We got
Tingle.
FUT on defense, we got PCIFIC on
I
attack.
daren't ask you what it's going to take for us to get to that point.
Ready for the deadlock here? Not
honestly,
really.
I'm still
Not
holding
really,
out a bit of
but-
hope for Pacific. They've got
Really?
an identity at the very least. They've
Yeah,
committed to this deadlock, and
They
I
have
think
an
more than
identity.
anything,
They say
that's
the
what I wanted
deadlock
to
every
see.
single
A little
map.
bit of commitment,
It is
whatever
good.
that idea is.
Yeah, that identity getting so much success so far in this VCT
Oh my god, he said
season.
it.
Haven't seen them play
Everyone was
Lotus yet.
thinking it.
That is
He
true.
said it.
Both teams debuting this map.
Go for a little
this
4-1 on
stage.
defense.
Yetaji
Normally when you
starts
do a
to fire off
4-1, at
some
one point you
wild
have to send
shots.
it all the way through.
I think also, you know, you're seeing those roles be delineated pretty distinctively as well in terms of agents and what the players are playing. Simplifying things reminds me of sort of GX a couple years ago. Let's see what they can do here. FUT on the defense, and already Yetaji finding one.
Good to get
Brilliant
out of
shot
there.
onto Waddle, and that proactivity from A Lobby has
Oh,
not
that's
stopped.
so-
There's a train
that's
of
so
players
unlucky to not get
closing
an
in
extra
on the
one here.
flank here, and Zeus
Could be a really
is at the
good
front
nade.
of the line.
Yeah, that
Ooh,
looks
native
like a
right
nice
side.
combination of utility.
Oh my god.
Okay, there's your Cairo Tingle has Ninja gets 3 of his own. So 2 versus 4, and Yetaji not with the best of health. One Sheriff Bullet would be enough.
Still need to get the spike down here though, Cairo, and it is Cupid
Yeah, at
stuck
one
in the
point they
corner
got a
with it
plant.
on his back.
Yeah, he can walk away though down into water if he really needs to. He has support
They're fine,
here.
right? They're not going to lose this round.
The smoke
Okay, extra
down.
smoke. Now the
Whisker
spike
away.
can get here.
Yeah.
One more.
30 seconds
Come on.
left.
No, Cooper's at least going to get that spike down. And it's the
Nice.
paranoia in. And
He
Ninja
should go for it,
is
man.
on
Why
for
not?
his ace. A big one here if he could
Don't,
get
like,
it
force it,
started.
though.
The ultimate would be well worked on, and he wants it. You can see going for the
Oy.
last kill, denied by Sociable.
He got the body
but
shot in there.
Pacific, 3 versus
Good
1,
damage.
and Sociable with no hope in hell.
He'll still give this one a go. 7 first point of contact.
Big round? Yeah,
That
it's a
is
lovely
the
round,
bullet
man.
which finishes the round. Delivered
Replay should be banging.
to the mid-drift of Sociable, and now down to 31. Cairo, this is exactly what you wanted to see for Pacific to get started on Lotus.
I think the big compliments that you have to say about Pacific, once they get into post, they will do the damage. And it'll be very difficult to get back in. I mean, compliments to Ninja. 4 of the best, even a 5th ultimate orb through his own death. And that's going to be a great build
Okay, it's lovely.
for future rounds.
Absolutely, if you can get it online by the bonus, then that's a huge tool. Because, again, like you said, quite rightly highlighting that Pacific's strength in composition comes down to those post plants. I think you're always thinking about that when Deadlock is in play with the sensors.
Yes.
Mesh as well. Net, of course, now on a slightly more improved cooldown, and perhaps one of the reasons why they've decided to lean into this pick.
I think the big thing, though, with being talking about the post-plant strength that Pacific have, I think as well, FUT have probably superiority on the A fight when we look at the utility that they have.
Yeah.
The potential of re-engaging, the fact that you've got so much stopping power trying to get out of that choke.
Talk of stopping power, this difference in Sentinel with the
Oh, they picked
Vice
the
on
right
the other
side on
side
this
for
one.
Yetaji is
Where they
something
snowball him.
that I
The
want to
deadlock.
consider. Of course, 7 on the raise can satchel over those thorns, no problem, but it's this gap
The
close
deadlock
issue,
pick
this
is
little
paying
bit of
off,
a
yeah.
disconnect
That
that we
was all
saw
the
at
agent.
times on Split that you want to be tracking as this one progresses. As for now, it's an open A site, fully vacated by FUT, stack of players on C, opposite extremity, and a free plant for Ninja. So, yeah, he's the one body you throw at this. Maybe even going to just toss that Vandal in the hands of VALORANT, take the Ghost and see what he can get.
That looks exactly
There
to
it
be
is.
the case. So,
Seen enough Valorant, mate. How many is he going to get?
well, at least one you would hope. He's at least seen the forces. So, overall, it's how much the FUT want to actually throw at this one themselves. So, ultimate online at the very least for the next round. And it seems the FUT have decided that they fancy this for the moment.
Why is this scary?
Yeah, a bit of a threat here as the Flood's coming in. Pacific don't want to lose too many bodies. That's one of the Vandals already lost here, most likely. Waddle still trying to hold things down with a high line. They will find the kills that they're looking for. Pacific still ought to be careful here in the closing stages.
Oh god,
Yeah,
it could have been
picks up
worse.
Waddle
It was
as
pretty
well. That's
bad.
another one
It
of
could have
those
been worse
Vandals.
though.
I'm
least they
not
keep two
sure
good
what
guns
it is
into
they
it.
get through with in the end. Yeah, just the one.
Yeah.
Low
I
5
mean,
with the Prime. Appreciate the 10
issues
months,
at
mate.
hand, but
Thank you so much for that.
Pacific deciding that they want to continue on with the forcing into this next one.
Yeah.
And again, when you have Ninja's ultimate, you have an even better post plan or a way to grab someone on one of these fights. Again, I said to you before, we're going to see FUT really dominate this A side of the map, and we can already see that with 3 players towards that side. So Pacific, they start on C mount, or try to at least.
Yeah, it's a very passive start to the round here from Pacific, just trying to be reactive in terms of what FUT are doing on the map. Early paint shells from Zeus, and just SOP deposited behind this. Quite a lot of the time, you're going to see FUT leave one player towards A, and it will be SOP. Doesn't have an operator this time.
He needs to respect this Viper wall as well. Completely isolated at the moment.
Yeah, a couple rounds you'd maybe find him from Blue Room. But it's the close corner this time, and actually Zeus.
Guy flash over towards C.
Supporting from that angle.
That's ridiculous.
We go coil our team back over towards C.
You take what you can get in these situations. Big early advantage FUT.
Same time, there's work being done towards that C side. The fade of Waddle starting to explore. And remember, Ninja's still alive, so Pacific in with a chance still.
Yeah, Waddle, bit risk adverse, doesn't want to take this opportunity to search into the C site, which is currently open.
I mean, I can understand why. Why would you want to give up massive space that your team has right now? Looks as if this might be a B fake into a C pivot.
Made that very slow on
Depends on the
this.
information. You've still got
Very
VALORANT
slow.
left behind in rubble. I think this is actually just a B push.
And Zeus is there to receive it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
denies
they're just
7
gonna
his
save.
life, and will the Pacific
I
go
say
now?
3
It
guns.
seems
It's going to have
that
to be 2
C
guns at
pivot
this
that we
point.
thought.
Yeah, it's a plan B or a plan C rather than what they actually wanted, though, because of VALORANTE's position. He was there to cut off a rotate, comes up empty-handed.
Yeah, Waddle with only a pistol, he's caught out. So it's up to Ninja to best his pistol
Sure.
round efforts.
He
with
gets
an
one, he
ace
did
of
great.
his own, and
But he ain't getting
unfortunately
one.
with a
Oh, okay.
paranoia, I
Well,
thought he was gonna,
honestly, he
not
did
gonna have a
great.
chance.
It's still a really
confirmed
rough round, man. They were so
post-kill.
slow on this. I
It's,
feel like as soon
FUT
as
straight
that
back in.
that flash hits over
Not bad
towards
in
C
the
or
end,
doesn't
but
hit over towards
just a
C,
one kill for
are you not
Pacific
just
on this
leaving
round,
one by? Are you
and
not
you
just
could
leaving
kind
the
of see
Viper
how
over
things were
towards
getting
door?
set up. One of
And then
the
everyone goes
things I
over
mentioned
towards C,
earlier
let the
was,
Viper open
Yetijay
door, and
and
then
this
just hit
Vice,
C.
They need to be dealing with the utility because the wall, the thorns there, just complementary to the B hold. As you can see, Zeus
This is a rough one to
really
watch.
happy to take this aggressive off angle in the pit as a result.
And at the same time,
It's,
they,
the
yeah, dude,
bigger
and
picture
they,
just not
yeah,
quite
they had
coming
C
together
info
there
in terms of
terms
the
the
wall not being
macro
there.
game. Well read by FUT.
100%. I mean, when you've got SOP who manages to get a kill through the wall,
Yeah. I mean, it's the perfect start, isn't it? It's Cupid on his smokes
Yeah.
as well, so nothing to disfigure.
just perhaps the unluckiest start you could have. But with that being said, it was the bonus round, let's be honest. It's now back in with rifles and SOP back on that same angle.
See what Pacific do differently this time. If there's an adaptation, it's still scaling behind
Again?
the wall, and it's the same result. Waddle dies with a full belt of utility. That one is going to feel even more painstaking than the previous.
The change is Waddle that dies instead of Cupid. So there's your answer.
I feel like that's almost worse, to be honest, Cairo, because those are tools also invaluable to this attack side.
Yeah, well, it's the same answer this time. Rather than going through B main, Pacific
I
are
will
just
say
going
the
straight
Sky
towards
util at the
C.
moment from FUT's pretty
Sociable,
good.
the one to stand up to it.
Pressure over towards
At
A
the
as
very
well
least,
in
I like the
terms
fact
of
that
SOP
they're
leaving it after
quick on this
spamming.
decision
Pressure mark
making.
created. They go
Still
clear
some
with the dog.
vines
They haven't
left
cleared behind
by
his. They keep
Yetijay.
numbers.
Gonna open them up as 7 drops in, and
Lash
that's what
as
I was
well once
talking
there's a
about.
little bit
No
of pressure
place
so
for a
they can
trail,
rotate
straight
in.
Ninja does eventually follow it up as Sociable overstays as well.
Someone's
Come on the
going to have
angle,
to
but the
go a
ult
little
clears out
crazy on
backside,
Pacific if they want
and
to win
that is
this.
space for Pacific to play
30
into.
seconds left.
Yeah, there's deadlock utility to play in, but Zeus is out.
Yeah,
Oh.
just creeping from
Sorry.
waterfall, spotted on the edge of it,
Very
still
nice.
roaming around. It's
Oh, I'm
his
super
realm
worried for
in its
Pacific after watching
entirety.
these 2 rounds.
FUT on equal terms early, and Pacific put to the back
Like
foot.
SOP's got a great read as well at the moment. Every time the wall goes up, he's just spamming, getting kills.
Out of A. I understand why they don't want to interact with the A fight, but if that's 2 rounds in a row now, that they take a very simple path, and both times that SOP has punished them for it.
I mean, A, just such key real estate for the amount of lanes on the map that it opens up. That's why you want to see teams fighting for it. Create that B pressure. Open up the A site itself, and here it's an all-out brawl for it. SOP has brought back up, and it is Zeus
Whoa.
on the front line.
Invest
this
the
time.
Omen flash
Waddle
into this
again.
one. What's this path thing, dude? I want to
Round
see
for round,
that.
he will fall, and SOP wants in
He was
on
there
the action
very
himself.
early, so fast,
4
man.
versus 3 to start. And it's another blistering start for
3 in a row in terms of buy rounds where they get the first pick as well.
Low, so he wouldn't last long in the next fight, but the Sky brings him
Been
straight
getting
back
owned,
up.
dudes.
PCIFIC once again.
It's been unlucky for him.
Oh,
That pathing with the double satchel looks sick though.
Yeah, getting owned.
Crystalli actually just reconfirming this information with the dog. I was wondering for a second if PCIFIC want a double dip, and that's exactly what they'll go for.
VALORANT trying to see what's on the C site, but an adaptation of that Vice setup.
Flash hears nothing.
And unfortunately still comes away with at least one, and confirmation that the deadlock is there, so the rotations in effect will matter not.
Yeah, Spike's still not spotted, but as you say, PCIFIC playing both sides of the map.
It's the first time seeing this. Yeah, I've not seen this.
Not
seen this aggro double satchel to the top.
To find it right now.
Yeah, and Yetege is going to find himself in towards Silent Drop. Here comes Soft Barrel C, and unfortunately Ninja can't control his own gun, so VALORANT 20 seconds to fight back for the spike.
Not completely out of his wheelhouse, but
little timeout maybe on this.
Question right now, at least.
Sociable
given an opportunity to correct and FUT find the lead.
I'm excited for this replay
First
though.
Time on Lotus, but this is what we expect.
He's having to run a bit before, or is it just barrier it down?
I mean, after the first
run a
couple
bit
rounds,
before.
I was like, oh, well, I can see the game plan in action.
Yeah.
This is looking very good. But since we've seen these A starts from PCIFIC, it's just been all going downhill. So, with that being said, let's see what PCIFIC are going to be speaking about here, because they're going to go for a timeout, see what adaptations they have.
In terms of performances so far, for me, there's
it's just going to be simple,
really
isn't it? There's going to be C defaulting instead of A default, I feel like.
Exploit that A lobby control.
Denton with the prime, thank you for the 20 months.
Is Ninja.
Looking like a 2-0? Yeah.
Really impressed with how he's looked and
he
how
is looking
he's
like a 2-0.
grown into a role which has demanded a lot of him. It has changed in terms of what he's been asked as well, with Waddle's inclusion as well, and how he likes to play scan. And you can sort of see it here just from the first week of Stage 2 in comparison.
You ready for the best game of the year tomorrow to about G full sense?
Yeah, and I think
they're a little risky with the deadlock stuff.
We think towards kickoff, it was an extremely poor start from him for the year.
But I'm more okay with like teams that are mainly upset teams doing risks like this. Like in theory, you can beat some teams by being different and having good theory.
Back to the top flight of competition in 2027, whatever that ends up looking like.
Like I would almost prefer if you're an upset team to try and do this instead of like what Envy's doing with like maybe more standard comps.
Team has, as you said, I mean, Ninja was trialed for one of the spots on Liquid
maybe on the deadlock. I don't think Premier will be on the deadlock. Because the fact is that GE used to play those comps as well, so they should know exactly how to play against it.
Yeah, and FUT, this is so nice. They know that they've been winning the A fight. They know that PCIFIC will make an adaptation, so they make their own.
Oh,
and Waddle's just managed to walk out. Unbelievable. And right now has it's again the same answer that we expected from FUT.
Jaws, thanks so much for the tier 1, man. 43 months. Appreciate you, Jaws.
But it's what we expect from
Thank you, mate.
Crystalli a couple behind it, and the round is comfortable for FUT from this position. As you say, VALORANT has slipped through the net. He's walking waterfall, and I think he's just about got past the vision of Yetege, so backstab potential, but Zeus is aware of it.
And I think so is the Vise of Yetege. And there he is. Easy as that. Fight forward, and unfortunately Seven had no chance. So
satchel on this.
It was only a half
the big buyer looks better.
This
was nice from FUT though. They kind of realized that they were going to go aggro over towards C, so they decide to fight heavy over towards C. Felt like they read this timeout well. It'd be interesting to see if we see the exact same thing in this round.
In this instance, for very good, and the coaching staff always incredibly prepared for what teams want to do. And that's why you find SOP, again, find so much success. It's the setup behind it.
I think the thing for me, though, is like...
Is mixed viable in pro play? Not really.
You never really see them like just dump utility and see what happens from there.
It's the same again with the Ops
this
time.
Yeah.
Cupid does get spotted on the boost, but can't make the correction.
No, he can, and well, that's one side of the map in FUT's control. That PCIFIC then are forced into a Vice setup, which you don't want.
Yeah. Looked like for a second they wanted a chunk of the B control as well, but FUT are unrelenting. They're going to die on this hill, or at least die trying.
Unfortunately, it
God,
looks
look how
like
confident
they
they
are
are.
going to die one by the looks of things. Ninja tries to get out, successful in that, but he's lucky to have his life, and there's other waves from FUT that are about
Can
to
the
come
Vice
through
get
for
anything?
Yeah, that's exactly what they want.
Does he
though.
play to
Guiding
fight or does
into
he play to
Yetterjay's
leave?
fight
His
setup
flash
on
suggests
A.
that he kind of wants to fight,
A
but
few players trickling their way through. Pacific only just now grouping up
Omen
as the
all gets
rotation
in
is
as well,
arriving.
and you stay at the top.
Sociable.
This is a
Waiting
strong
for his
setup.
teammates to
Surely
help.
they get one before the plant.
Pacific are still not getting that spike down. So FUT could probably pre-flood the site.
Already backfilled it with plenty of bodies, and Sop finds the
Oh,
first of
that,
those
dude, that
kills,
must have been a nice
5v3.
shot, by the way.
That's the foundation which you look to set your post plant up on. Ninja got on the deadlock, and there goes Cooper trying to be cheeky. Waddle,
Smoke goes down. There's 4 people holding you. One's on top.
Pacific, he goes, so it's up to VALORANT. We know he was the headshot king of DAC. Can he give us it? It looks to be the
Mate,
case.
that's...
But with 1 HP,
That was
he
terrible.
goes, Sop's
they're
operator
just a little,
finishing the job, and
they're
up
just a
to
little
5.
slow, man.
That parting gift.
They're
the
just a little
paranoia from
slow
the
on
hands of
this.
Sociable.
Like, they're so
Extended
scared of
just long
losing the
enough to
round, I
find the
think,
kill at the
that...
end there through Sop. But again, you're
so
relying
scared
on
of losing the
heroics.
round that they
Players
don't
left
want to
their own
send it.
devices to pick up the pieces when the bigger picture, the plan falls apart. FUT are just reading into Pacific so intelligently. Love the start of the round, and it looks like again here they're going to bring numbers to an A fight, which Pacific will be hunting after their previous unsuccessful attempts.
So this time they've actually came through
Oh
with
my.
utility of their own. They show
Oh my god, it's a good trade though. They take that for sure.
It's raise for raise right now.
If they're gonna win any round Pacific, it should be them.
Reposition from Sop
They
into
got
this blue
good
room,
odds.
as I was saying, with the operator.
One away from a deadlock.
Common to see the solo hold, but there's numbers to re-engage.
Yeah, there's a flash as well if they want to really set themselves up. But there's no
They lose their
notification to do
duelists,
that.
but
Yeah.
they can still like
Crostali simply playing for the info.
take space on
Sop the
BC.
contact, wall goes up though, and this
Can
is
they look
where
better
FUT
on
should be
defense?
a little more
I don't know,
inclined to
man.
brawl.
I'm
Yeah,
never sold on a
Pacific should be
solo
little bit more
deadlock on this
careful.
map.
Waddle already
I think they
forced
should be
back,
looking
but
better on
that
attack.
B main is well under control of Pacific, and VALORANT not missing a beat.
Gets the pit in there as well, so cuts off this control from Yetterjay, who has the Steel Garden and is going to rip it early.
Yeah, it's a nice retort, but that time not gonna.
No capitalization on this.
Yeah, gonna work
Mate, this
out in FUT's favour.
Viper ult covers heaven and here.
This
It's kind
is
of
gonna
nice.
be delay though in favour of Pacific. Buys out the Steel Garden time, so back in with
Yeah, they're
rifles.
all
That's
in on
another
this.
one.
Wall gets
That
used
was
towards
a net
heaven as
throw
well.
from Waddle. VALORANT is still alive, so Pit's still up. It's protect the president as VALORANT finds
Ooh,
himself
imagine.
low, and
Imagine that
Pacific
trade
find
goes different, by the way,
themselves
because then it would have been an
alive
8 HP 2v2.
Sociable heard notification
Still,
through the grav net,
still so
but
many low
time
HPs
low
on this.
on this spike. It should blow pretty soon, and Sociable doesn't have the health to face this one. It'll
Yeah,
be
that 1v1 was
Pacific
so
back
close,
in
man. The
round
keeper
count.
one.
Combined 13
they can't
HP
repeat that.
across two remaining
It's a lot of
Pacific
ults.
players is what will be enough to get them the round win. Some nicely used ultimates there, honestly, but it's a heavy investment all across the board. I guess you've got to consider the fact that FUT brought a couple of their own to the table, in fact. And they're not out of the woods just yet. Pacific can still recover this half.
You never yell? Mate, I
Jules
need to see
going
something
better for them
extraordinary
that
to
time.
yell.
I mean, you can recover the half, but
I can't
what
be
do you
going
have to do?
crazy
You now need to
over
just bank on
normal kills, man.
the utility you've got.
I've been
This
seeing that
A
for
fight
years.
didn't necessarily
Years and years
go
and
as
years.
well. It was 1-for-1, so they're back in. And unfortunately, somehow, Sop doesn't get a kill, even though there was a good flash.
He yelled a little bit in London.
Couldn't find the
It's,
frame he
it's
was
different with a
looking for
crowd,
there.
though. You get more into it with a crowd, to be fair.
VALORANT beginning to explore B by himself as well.
The alpha
So,
clip,
yeah,
the
Pacific
chamber one,
have an open
that was
road to
warranted,
the
though.
B
That was
site
good.
here. At the very least, they want to pressure it further. Drag two players across on the FUT side towards platform.
Mate, if you
They're in
want a
two
yelling
minds here,
streamer,
though, no
I promise you I'm
commitment
not
yet.
it.
Yeah, tap
You
the
gotta
door
look
though is
elsewhere.
enough to bring players back towards A, and that's exactly what Pacific want. Ninja, a dagger in the heart that could potentially drop.
I've watched
The spike
too
down
much,
and
man.
post
I'm
plant on
jaded.
B.
Yeah, this is a really well-worked round from Pacific. Can Ninja find value from this corner?
No,
He's already played his hand a bit early though, has it? And it's easy enough to clear out.
that's so
Had to
devastating.
go for it, you feel?
Big
Hot
1v1
under
for the
collar.
Omen
Now
Viper
Pacific a
here.
player down, and you look at this big duel happening in main. It's VALORANT,
the
who
round one.
cannot shoulder the burden.
Maybe if
So
Seven gets a
missed
kill, gets his
opportunity,
ult,
and
but
now start to encircle the
Oh.
site. Cooper
Duds with the
already
prime. Appreciate the 7
running for
months,
the
mate. Thanks so
hills.
much.
There's not a lot of credits left in the bank of Pacific, so he's going to save up his rifle and hopefully save his life, but I thought for a minute they were going to half it and hunt him down. It's just shot.
If this is a 2-0, how much time will there be before the next match?
Yeah,
I mean, there's normally like 20 minutes
and finds a little
before the next match. 15.
At the end there.
Nah, probably 20. They're doing
Felt like
interviews
Pacific
often.
had a really nice setup, but it gets to post plant, and with Ninja fighting on that area of the map, the A-Link, he's the guy that you need setting up all his util on site, unfortunately, so they don't get the same kind of value. It's probably Valorant that you wanted to see in that position instead if it was anybody.
But he's the
win one, lose the
player that
next,
you
force them
want
down
to
to an
be made at the
eco.
same time.
Exactly. Because he was the other
4
side
pass
of
and
the 4-1
aggro
split.
A
So
again.
the conundrum's never
Did they
ending
just
for
know that
Pacific,
they're never
as
going to
again,
go
they hunt for
fast
this
over
A
towards the
control.
site?
Sop lets off a warning shot, but that's all it is because Pacific
It's a bit bold for
heading towards
Yetj, especially against the
in front
eco.
of his setup.
Trying to play that, but I mean, this is not the player you want to be playing in front of your setup because this is the game plan. Your Sentinel plays solo.
It's a classic.
He's done a brilliant job at it though, because now the rest of Pacific invited to a C site which he can stall out.
He's playing bold, man. He's playing bold against the eco.
Dealing damage. Ninja
Yeah.
already 30.
Kind of glad he
And
got punished for this, to be honest with you.
Pacific.
Did it twice in a row.
Operator is here, and he's found at least one, but that was a pistol player, and he was low. Gone now. Cristalli denies a plan, but it
7
settles
should
in a
definitely
2v3.
into this
really
round.
nice timings taken by Pacific on entry
This might
to the
actually
site
save them
there.
this round here.
7 sets them up now in a 3 versus 2, and with the showstopper to fall back on. FUT regrouping together CT.
My worry is that if Cristalli gets the first kill, that is the Seekers online, and this round turned on its head. Information is going to be a deficit for the retake, and they're walking straight
Oh my God,
through.
so weird.
Waddle has no idea. The paranoia as the smoke drops. Sociable nearly with a transfer.
Dude, they stole around. They stole around, but
Yeah, it's
I didn't
unfortunately in the
really
end there for
like. It
Yetj.
was
Felt
nice
like
from
he played
Pacific.
well
They
on that
kind of
early
called the bluff.
aggression,
Like
tempered
FUT started with a
his
little
positioning
4-1, and then they're
nicely.
very
Then
slow on
just
the
gets caught
rotate
off guard,
because they
trying
feel
to
like Pacific
refight in
aren't going to
here.
bust over
Valorant,
towards
nice
the
setup,
site, and they actually
because
bust over towards the site.
there
There's a nice
being
change of
little
pace for
anticipation,
sure
maybe
for
it's a
Pacific.
mix-up in the
And
comms
I think they
from
did it without a
Yetj there.
timeout right as well, which is
Seven's
very,
already
very
out
cool.
and ready to fight Waterfall.
But
Zeus gets caught.
I
Sociable frustrated with how that one
really
concludes.
feel like FUT played a little
Two
too
more
aggressive here.
opportunities to
They gave him
build on the
upgrades.
round count for the attack side here, where they
Like
previously had
Yetj gave him 2
struggled.
opportunities to kill him and get upgrades. It's a great fade INS.
Finally, we see Pacific.
Dude,
win
FUT might have
out
messed this
an
one up.
A-duel.
Great reveal.
And now they can send it forward. Valorant on the other side of the map caught himself, and now they know there's a player in tree. Cristalli stuck, and he's no way
Just
out.
spinning
so
around.
advantage still sticks with the attack, but there's bodies here for FUT.
Yeah, Sob's already gotten in. Stun and a slide if he needs it, but just waiting for the rest of FUT. That allows Ninja to set up the deadlock util.
Yeah, it gives Pacific breathing space. But Sop tries to lurk in. Nobody knows how deep he's starting to get.
Sneak past this sensor, maybe.
This could be an issue. Al decides to destroy it. Now they know that there's bodies on site. Now they know that FUT is round the corner. Maybe
boy.
Waddle doesn't. 3 on 3.
Oh
And
no,
that
the vision
fastly
block.
would allow players onto the
On
spike
nades,
and
though.
tap. It
Nade
beats
goes
it
down.
at peak.
Oh, they tried to combo it?
Back up, but it's
I like
not
it.
hit. Pacific, they're going to protect.
Guys, you had the
deny
nade,
this.
you're fine,
In
you're
fact,
fine.
they are. Still, it's up to half. The spam not good. Yetj brought off.
Dude.
2v1, 1v1.
No.
One-zero! A Red Bull clutch.
I've got no idea how they won that. I've got no idea how they won that. Bro, they didn't trust in their GravNet nade, bro. They didn't trust in the GravNet nade? How? They started peeking before it got tapped again.
Rehearsed opening, good util. Dealt with all of the threats early and dug the players out of tree.
GravNet nade goes off.
Had the net and the
Then they
nade to fall
started
back on
making
here in
plays
post,
before
but
it got tapped also.
Yetj makes them sweat in the clutch.
I mean,
You see
Yetj's
here,
played it
perhaps Cooper
great,
goes a
but
little too early
gotta
at
tuck
the
in there.
closing stages. Rounds like that make all
They got
of the
no
difference. We
confidence.
saw
They're
this
playing
in the Eternal
very
Fire
low
game.
confidence.
The closest
Very,
Pacific
very
got to
low
winning a
confidence. One of the
VCT
lowest
match so
confidence
far.
teams I think I've seen. It's hard when you... I mean, how many losses are they in a row? 11?
Oh, no,
And
unfortunately.
it's happening
Maybe with
all
this
over
12.
again.
Of course it is. There's even a steel garden to make sure there's no chance, and Alaranti's walked in towards a judge. Frustrating, of course. and it doesn't get any easier. Oh, maybe it does.
Ui, nice shots, mate. He's aiming today. You seeing this?
Crostali is nuts, man. This guy has just gotten better.
He looks like a different player since London.
Passing the eye test, no problem.
And at London,
When
obviously.
it comes to impact, few players on the FUT side have dealt more than him. A is the least of Pacific's worries, as there are problems on the horizon for them. We got to hear from Crostali though before the game. Let's see what he had to say.
Lovely, man.
Now, last week, in the second game, we saw the FUT that we expect. What kind of FUT is showing up today?
Now we are stronger than next week. From the Gentleman's game.
This would be their 10th.
And we are just
This would
more
be their
relaxed.
10th in VCT, and they
We will
lost
play
at
our
EWC
game.
also, so
We will help
13.
each other.
Ui, that's rough.
We will play better. Just
Better and stronger, and Pacific on the other side, right? They're a team that's desperate
You think
for a
Fnatic
win.
plays Summit
So
today?
Are you expecting them to maybe
No,
do
I reckon they
anything
ban it first.
unexpected to catch you off?
maybe they will do something.
Wait,
Just anti.
no, I think they're going to ban Haven first,
They
actually.
will
That's a
watch
lie.
us, and they will try to counter
You might be
us,
right. They
but
might be
we are
okay.
ready for that.
Or last map.
We are ready, and we will play just our game. We didn't prepare them. Just we will play here. That's it.
So really no focus on their side, all about what you guys are doing.
Yeah. We just focus on ourselves, not them.
And what's
Really?
the key to victory?
Even
If
with the
there's one
Sage stuff,
thing we
I felt
should
like
be
they had
watching,
good
is it
reads
you?
on the Sage
Should
stuff.
we be watching your perspective in every map?
Maybe no. We will play like a team, not individual performances. We will just help each other, make something together, and we will win.
And one question, are you going to let the Summit through?
I can't say this right now. I don't know.
Well,
mean,
we'll
they've
have
been
to wait
flying it.
and see. Good luck today.
Thank you so much.
No Summit and perhaps no Ascent. Lotus at an 8-4 scoreline, and I think overall it's been a deserved one from FUT.
Yeah, Mike there wishing some good luck to Crostali, but you know, FUT coaches were saying it was Billy their lucky charm. This is another win, I don't know.
1, 2,
Maybe.
3
Just
sheriffs.
maybe. That
Superstitious.
Might be it. No, maybe. Said that so many times.
Yeah, do you want to say maybe
Got
one
in a
more
loop
time?
like a parrot. Anyway, does feel like Groundhog Day when Pacific are playing. Just game after game, little bit of hope snatched away from you. Into the second half, on the defense, it's a C retake. FUT immediately in there. And with
Omen
such
flash
an
for Omen
aggressive
flash.
post plant.
Paranoia, ready to go. The
Oh,
refight,
I got
excellent.
killed before he got that
Valoranti once
nade
again.
off.
Getting the kills it's needed.
Dude, double pistol for them.
FUT forced back.
Yeah, no utility to combat this, so they are really up against the wall here. Pacific expected to get the pistol, and they've still got the net nade combo to fall back on.
And look at the arc rows. I don't think that's set up for Waterfall. As you said, net need combo working, but so is the pistols of Pacific.
No double pistol.
That's
Buy more
3 out of
sheriffs, you win
4
the
so
round.
far. Well played from them.
The same story it's
And,
been for the
chance
past
to
like 3
work
years.
their way back into Lotus.
Yeah, it is exactly right. And as I said, it's the hope that kills you, right? Pacific get the pistol out.
Yeah, the Omen flash for
on
Omen
the
flash was
board.
hit good here.
It was an
They just were like a
effective
step
retake.
ahead, right? The
Again,
Omen flash
these
into the
horns
fade eye
from
was
Wardle
awesome.
have been fantastic. The information he's getting from his reveals, definitely a player to highlight.
Yeah, 100%. But here's another highlight for you. Folks, if you want to join us in Barcelona, make sure to get your tickets now for our Stage 2 finals.
Yeah.
Chat, how much crowd can they get at Barcelona?
Objectivo
Does anyone know?
for Pacific.
Smiley with the
the
Prime. Appreciate the 3 months.
Destinación
Thank you for
is
that.
different. The Objectivo
Good effort,
is
mate.
the same.
Good
I
effort.
need to look that up.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
should probably ask Bayer.
That's a yellow card.
Oh my
disappointing.
god.
Yeah, you're probably going to get
It's
daggers.
fine. Your Spanish is no better. And I know, because I've heard it.
What do you mean, por favor?
In zone flawless. Gracias a todos.
Yes.
Beautiful stuff.
Pacific doubling things up, and they've been good at
It's a
that.
big
at
venue.
the
Oh,
very
really?
least. But when we think about the buy, it's not going to be the most convincing on the bonus round. It's fully expecting FUT to come back in and show us what they're worth.
One enemy remaining. Long.
Nothing really of note to speak about on either side, ultimate front either.
Yeah, looking at it here. I mean, FUT have such good buy. compared to Pacific, they've not been able to cobble too much together here. I mean, Ninja
Big Joe?
gets
Oh,
one
yeah,
with
that's
the
a fast
Sheriff,
shot.
but
Mate,
that's it. Such an
his aim is so
aggressive
good
look from
today.
them on Mound to start this round.
it's
Big risk taken, no
they've locked them
payout.
in pretty
Yeah,
fast
and
here though.
unfortunately, FUT know exactly that there's players on the flank because of the wall being tripped. That area's being cleared out, and now Yetigy is on alert.
The
High
Fnatic
alert,
game
it
today is a
seems.
50-50.
Just wondering for a moment
For
if
sure.
FUT wanted to go ahead and
Fnatic
find
should
a
want
little
it
more,
more than
confirm.
K-Corp.
where players
say
were
that
at.
much.
Crostali did just use the
But
dog zone
actually,
towards CT.
Skipping
so
playoffs is
that's on a
skipping
timer
play-ins
now.
is pretty
Should be
big.
aware there's no push coming in, and as you say, full focus on this.
It should be a fun match. Yeah, it's like
the-
I would say it's the
And
EMEA
staying
highlight
at
this
close
week.
range, this is exactly where they want to be, is the
One enemy
try and
remaining.
hide, but already,
Okay.
yeah, sociable. They're very nicely done. So 4 alive, 4 FUT, only stop the casualty, and back to winning ways.
Yeah, and this bonus is now going to look incredible.
They're going against old coach. That's true.
For FUT coming into the next round. And, to pick up on
Yeah,
something we were talking about
true.
earlier, this
Maybe
is
they
them
both
getting
want it.
back on track and
Maybe they both
silencing
want it quite a
any
lot.
and all doubt that you might have had coming out of that London campaign. Because how many times have we seen a team go to a global, look impressive, and not show
Hey,
us their
what's
best
going on over
in
there?
the following stage? That was the story of kickoff for BBL.
Was Scythe trying to like? Was he trying
Trying to do some magic to win the map out here.
When you phone up the Etsy witch, it's Zeiss that answers the call.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Let's see if it's any good though, or if it's just hocus pocus.
Oh my god.
Valorant.
Oh my god.
This could be it.
Oh my god.
He's in for a
It's
kill.
Breeze
Yeah,
Fairy.
ball down,
Breeze
players are
Fairy.
walking front.
Holy, that's
Three of
sick.
the best for VALORANT. And perhaps
Everyone's
could be
doing
up
that
to 4.
current breeze wall over
Doesn't
towards
win
B
against
where it
Yetigy,
looks like
but a 2 versus
there is
4.
no cubby here.
And
what a
Pacific looking
huge round to
convert
do
from the
this.
promise of the
That
German.
was sick. You look at the wall and it doesn't look like there's
Zeiss
a
only
gap there.
Cast a spell for 3 kills. Let's see if there's any curse remaining on Pacific here, though. It's these kind of rounds where they've struggled to get over the line. 2 versus 3. Waddle's exposed.
Damn, that was awesome round.
Puffs his chest out
What a
to take
time
that
to do it
fight,
as well.
Cairo. It was a real big risk.
Yetigy
the sole
should go
defender.
safe, realistically,
safe on
considering
A.
the money, but
Yetigy should have no business here.
I think he is ready to give this up. He's on 200 credits himself. 35 seconds is a long time to speak to his teammates, though.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, it is. I mean, in terms of what answers this round brings FUT, not too much. It was a sole Alorante in the corner that ends up
picking up the
taking
orb.
them out. So I think they'll still be
And then
confident
we're
they
just
can go
chilling.
back to A and find results. Pacific on this defense, though, again, with the Viper, that's a big difference in terms of composition.
Can Team
They
Secret
are,
win against
you know,
T1?
Constantly
Dude, someone in
strengthened
chat
by
told me
that
to
wall.
watch
You can
it.
see even cutting
So I
across
guess he was
into
alluding that
B
T1's
main
going to
here.
win
This
it.
is not
Sorry,
a
that
very
Team Secret's going to
common
win it.
Viper wall to see on Lotus.
Yeah, and I think as well, like,
It's
the
that's a
A fight
75
isn't as
game.
strong for Deadlock.
No, that's
as what
not
it
even a
had
75.
previously
That's a
been.
60,
I don't know if you remember, there used to be the
65 game.
Deadlock wall that was impossible to get by. But with the Rubble jump up, that's no longer as effective as
true.
what it used to be.
It's
What
so
we're
hard to
looking at
gauge
here
Team Secret at the
is
moment, though.
shoulder pad of Valorant.
You can't really put too much weight on that DRX game. Because any kind of
Not much you
competent
can
team
do
will beat
about that.
DRX at the moment.
He's loving it. He's absolutely loving it. No spells this time.
Ich liebe it.
Ich liebe. Ich liebe indeed. Valorante ist mein Lieblingsspieler. Weltmeister.
Damn. Heavy C
and
insta
that's
shutdown.
pretty good as well.
I'm looking at that money
yeah,
for
apparently
FUT.
the
No one can
Deadlock
buy
wall can
next.
still find effect. I'm talking nonsense.
Yeah. Deeper wall though, and yesterday just about getting out on B. Lifeline on this round here for FUT, 3 versus 5, as Pacific have, again, come into this second half with some conviction. And with the sensor on the door as well, it's going to get broken one way or another here. Yetizy should give up his position. That'll allow for the rest of Pacific to re-clear back through towards what is looking like an A retake.
Kind of want to let him get some space before they shoot
Deep on
that.
sight,
but-
and you can see how much Pacific want to play together.
Yeah.
Giving nothing away.
I mean, that's the thing. You can't afford to give anything away. Give FUT what they want, because Sociable
Super
is
winnable,
hunting
man.
for a kill here. That's to get them back on
How much can
terms,
this
or at least
Lark
within
get?
one engagement.
Oh, I just feel like Yetigy is going to have his opportunity.
They know about it. Pacific are thinking about it, but surely you don't overconsider him now.
Oh, it looks like that's the case. He's got his chance.
Oh.
The players haven't seen him, and he's at least got one. This looks even more worrying as the players fight forward. Crystalli
Crystalli's gonna do a madness again.
Needs to win his duel, or at least delay for Yetiji to get into position. A 3 versus 1 in
Got
which
the guy
he
at
needs
the
to
top.
clutch, but
That's funny.
cannot.
Okay,
Within
force him down to an
one
eco.
Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific
Not bad at all.
walk with an air of caution, but they are able to confirm an 8th round, which brings them back within 1. I love the ideas from FUT, though.
Think Fnatic
And
kick-up's
if you
gonna be
had any
close?
chance
Yeah,
to
this is gonna be
listen
really
to some
close.
of the comms from Sociable, there was a Turkish translation on
I got no real idea who
socials
wins
the
it,
other day.
honestly.
Just so aware of his surroundings a lot of the time, I think against mates, reading into some of the positional plays they like to go for. And very nearly getting away with it here.
I mean, this would be another map that Pacific could add to the list of maps actually won, right? And I know that seems like
It's suddenly split.
yeah, well, I mean, they've won Peril as well in VCT. That was all the way back in kickoff.
Okay.
But that's the thing I was about to say, is that while it seems harsh, it's another map where they can feel confident on. As this is a mixed buy for FUT, so should be easy, for them. For Pacific to equal things out.
Uh-oh.
But when
yeah.
Salt hits
Isolated
shots
gun.
like that,
You've only gone and
Here we
said
go. And they got a
can
lot
very
of
easily
space.
turn on
They've
its
been given a
head.
lot of
Forget the
space on
witches,
this one.
mate. You're the one with
Oh,
the
there's
cards.
another gun.
Now starting to walk that warpath closer to a round win.
Okay.
Stun lands nicely.
Oh, space.
Zeus trying to capitalize from it, and Cupid's
They're overheating a little bit. You guys could just omen all the spike.
Entrenched in B
All
main.
that.
Zeus the one to dig him out. And Valorant
I
1
mean,
versus
Zeus
3.
is just on this, right? He kind of
We
won a
are
lot of
really
angels on his
seeing
own.
This one in motion.
It's rough for Pacific. They had to kind of win this.
And they know exactly where
One of
he
the
is
easier
with the
rounds.
secret. It's a fumble from Pacific. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
they
as
did like
Valorant
a.
walks in with his
This
knife
was the
out.
problem with it as well.
Sociable's
They did
Guardian.
They did like a Zeta default. They start like 3. They did like a 3-1-1.
Just letting him know.
But
Valorant gets
then
one back.
it ended up
you
being
say?
like 2-1-2, and then this guy was like rotating through
Play to the
here
whistle. And the
instead of
round isn't
double
done yet.
going over to it. Like
It's
if you do the
0-0.
3-1-1,
Valorant is closing
you
in
got
on
you're
the
meant to
C
like
side.
leave the one
He's got
here,
a
have
volley
this
in
is
the
the
pit.
3,
He
this is the
chooses
1,
to use it,
and
but
then that peak comes in, and then you get a trade.
that
They
lack
did
of
like some weird
information
route
right
on
now,
it.
which is selling him short. Here's the showstopper.
Okay.
Takes the head clean off. That Zeus got
Damn, bro,
goes
my
where
that aim's
Crystalli
nuts.
is. And is there
Kept him
time
in it.
for Valorant? Of course there is.
Has a
How's FUT losing this as well now
It was
in that
nearly gonna
situation?
happen, but a Red Bull clutch for Valorant brings Pacific even. And makes this, the end to the second map, at least a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, it's 1-0 now. And Valorant
God, and he got the razor out of them. They kind of fumbled a little bit. They could have made it easy with the Omino as well, but they should still be winning that.
For someone so good with his mechanics, you can see how frustrating that is. Oh my God! Earlier in the day, I was talking about inspiration. It's moments like that that really make you believe that you can finally turn the odds.
It does. I mean, right now,
They're beginning to
Vlad
believe, mate.
and
Look at the
Bambino
rounds they're winning. That was nuts. It
telling
was a great clutch
to
on this.
waken up a little bit, not give away these 1 versus 1s. Ultimates to get things over the line. If you think about it from I guess the power of ultimates, right? I think of like Sop's Overdrive and Yetiji's Steel Garden. If you guarantee that if you place them at a power of 1 round per ultimate of those 2, yeah, you're up
This
to
clutch,
11.
yeah, you feel like you're
And
going to
FUT
win
have
when
the
that kind of stuff
firepower to
happens.
get themselves over the line.
Like when you just
Break
steal around like
Pacific's
this, or
bye.
someone does a mad play,
But Pacific has it. They've got
you just get
4,
instant momentum.
I mean,
Everyone's
potentially
believing.
massive ults, potentially 4 with
Yeah.
7s just off the cuff there.
I'm looking at 3 round-winning ultimates with the pit, the deadlock ult, and the fade ult, of course. I think that's the thing. It's this next cycle which is most pertinent. FUT have only picked up 1 round of their own attack so far, and as much as we said the Pacifics needed work,
With this money.
4 rounds gave them the platform to battle back into this one. Let's hear from them now and see what they're doing to get another map win.
2, 1. They're doing secret, I think. Nobody. Oh man, TP on big guy.
Probably. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's clear.
Yeah, clear. Doing the wall.
I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove
No dog.
Big in front of it.
They cannot
Minus
go.
40. Maybe.
Kill him together, he's right side stuck. Kill him.
Do Mako smoke.
We can't kill him. We can't kill him. I'm stuck in C.
They try and pop C.
Come see.
No nade.
One on B. One on B.
Can we float?
Yeah.
We flood with fade out.
Come.
Top box maybe, kill. Top box.
All in.
Ulting.
I'm aiming.
Mark 4.
Hold.
He's stunned. Neon behind you.
Behind you, Q. You got this, bro. 1v3. 10 bullets.
They were mudded, 2 of them.
A Ninja 1v3 with 5
Dude,
bullets
they
in the
all
chamber is
in
a
the
tough one.
4v5. It's
It
devastating.
needs to be clean all the
Spike
way.
planted.
Spike now in, and you look at the difference in the post plant, not far back, but on site. Ninja not with any space in which to work with. 4 bullets now, and doesn't even want to try for the reload.
Net coming back up in 2 though, and this might be his way back in.
No escape.
Could be. The net looks spot on, actually. It's instead Crystalia that gets caught. Sociable stepped in front of. Yetiji holding the cross. Seen and Ninja gone. FUT have double
Calling
digits.
an all-in with
They
2
were
ults.
able to get
Mate,
back
when
in.
they use 2 out of their
Guys,
3
I've had a
ults,
lot
it's
of
basically an
ultimates
all-in, yeah.
in the mixer there of that round.
Yeah, look, it's exactly what we were talking about. Nail on the head in that round. Ninja, Waddle, Cooper, all of them investing. No
2 big
return.
ults as well, not like his
This
little
is now
ones.
the point in the game where we can see the scales swing back in favor of FUT. And once more, it's right at the very death. The business end of Lotus.
Let's go.
How many times do we feel like we're repeating ourselves? Pacific feel like they can keep the game competitive, but are missing that slight edge when it felt like Valorant had just given us a moment of magic, something to believe in.
No indication that this is going to be the execute with the drop of the Vise utility and even a Steel Garden. Ninja knows exactly what's heading his way. It is his impending
Oh, and they got to
melted.
eco after this one as well.
It doesn't get any easier. Valorant, though,
Hey, his aim is
saving
looking
grace
good,
for
though.
Pacific. To the best.
Like insta
Can they make it
headshot.
3?
Oi,
Looks
what the hell's going on there?
And with the spike to go down, it's a 2v4 in which to clutch from. A 2v4 in which
Mate,
is gonna
every
be
time I think they're
impossible
done,
with Valorant,
a madness just
still
happens.
Alive, looking to make things 10 to 10.
Holy, Observer took the chance that he was going to get the ace as well, and he did it.
Valorant with
Lovely
a
aim on
forceful
this.
5 there, reclaiming the
He
seaside.
bailed them out. He actually bailed them
and
out fully.
restoring the scoreline here for Pacific. 10 each, as you said. And when he has confidence, this is exactly the person you want to put your stocks in.
One enemy remains.
I mean, I saw him last week post-game. How disappointed, dejected he looked. Decided to pull Pacific over the line by himself. I mean, the buy not the best for FUT here either, has it?
And Pacific ready to fight them at the gates here of a opportunity to shut this one down in its entirety. FUT
Very,
on the
very
back foot
nice.
early here. Let's see how they are handling the situation in the comms.
Gel silahla shift bas, shift bas, shift bas. Bak sağda adam duydun.
Aynen.
Paranoya atacağım ona pik alacağınız dümdüz. Yapacak bir şey yok.
Efe kayabilirsin.
Yaklaş. Yaklaş. 3,
Kayacağım. 2 alacağım.
2, 1.
3 2 bir tutsana attım beyler. Sandı şu an sandı.
2, 2. Nice daha var.
Helal bir tane
Soldan
daha
çıkıyor.
Silahım var Yusuf.
Silah aldım.
Gel Doktor'daki. 3
Tek
ve
bas.
Nerede?
Viper ulti.
Hala burada.
2 Hobbit, bir C kapı.
Gel boş. 2, 2, 2. 75 vurdum Raze'e. Alırsın la. Bolter hızlı gelir.
3 HP on the raise.
Spike planted.
Hesitation. Six bullets. 3 bullets.
Enemy remaining. 3 down.
Oh. Dude, that's close, man.
Can
No
hear
one's
the
close.
Scream of frustration at the end there, as Yetijay's not quite able to pull off the clutch, but not knowing much Turkish myself, I thought the comms were actually pretty decent. You hear a lot of the time Sociable counting them in, the 1, 2, 3s to take those util timings.
This Omen flash, by the way, when they head over towards B, was so close to hitting all three. Yeah, it only didn't hit Ninja and he completely bailed him, getting the first kill. Also, the deadlock util, like the stun, saved him. Being no trade on that.
You'd be mightily happy with that. And FUT certainly not. So with that being said, we will come out of replays into a timeout from the coaching staff as they look to try and course correct into the final rounds of this half and potentially map.
Yeah, it's a final timeout for FUT here on this map, so you can tell they're really feeling the heat in this situation. Pacific on the other side need to just play like they've got a weight lifted off of them, right? Because on the other side, again, there are no expectations, at least from the outside looking in. It's what they place on themselves. For FUT, now, this is a roster that we do think highly of, where at the start of the year, we didn't so much. That London appearance really fueling their ambitions.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the immediate drop-off after stage 1 last year, down to 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. It seemed to be getting worse and worse, but then FUT invested in the future of Turkey, some of the best talent that we've seen. And yeah, it looked good. The London, great, but it could get even better for them in stage 2. Congratulations to Valorant, though, has it. First ace in VCT.
Still a little worrying for Pacific if I'm just, like, if we're just looking purely at ults.
I was hoping
it's relatively hard to close out.
A little bit there.
No, unfortunately not.
Tier 1 with the Corgi with the tier 1. Dude, why don't you even do it the different way around here? Appreciate the 16 months.
Pacific hoping that
dude, I need to double check the riot and sending that actually.
A potential regional rival there as
tier 1 with the Corgi, yeah.
Turkish derby. The team has changed much behind the organization, and already look at how fast
Ninja is
trying to take the A site. It's only
one
Ninja.
is good, mate.
He's going to need maybe
one
3
is good
here himself.
Feels like it, but done it before.
Ooh,
there's the first.
but didn't
Second
really.
Felt as if it was going to come to him, but doesn't. And look at the flag
create too much pressure here. Did Yetterjay?
So far, it's Yetterjay to receive.
I was going to say, did Yetterjay actually shoot over towards tree? I wonder if they know he's here.
Yeah. Did he know?
Did Yetterjay with ult goes down like that?
Pacific in their retakes, sometimes showing a little bit of hesitancy. See what they can do here. Plenty of util. Blind sees.
Zeus has a nade.
Works.
Yeah. Looks like they should have everything that they need, but they need to face up against some of the
this
best
is a strong
that
pause.
we have in the league. Zeus, sociable, so good at holding on towards angles.
Not blind for this guy.
Pacific unlock.
Smoked off.
Very nice. They're up to 12. Still kind of hard to close it out in terms of the ults as well, but they got 2 of their own.
To win Lotus for the first time this year.
I mean,
the util getting out from tree here was pretty decent.
I'm gonna come back to what you said at the start. You felt that maybe this comp, the identity,
8 was good. 7 made a lot of space.
And I guess the flip side is for FUT.
Very nice.
What's gone wrong in this time because they failed to adapt? This was a change in tempo. And Pacific as a unit looking so much better
against one of the best teams we have in the league. If memory serves me right, I don't think Pacific have ever won a second map in a best of 3. And what a change in fortune that would be heading in towards the last map. Ninja had a good grab net, unfortunately can't
That's a
stop
big
Zeus's
change of pace on
rocket
this one.
into post.
Do they use Visor as well?
Yeah, 5 versus 4
they should,
situation.
really.
So FUT in the driver's seat right now. Lovely double
they're definitely
upstairs.
using Visor, right?
Gets 1 though, and that's honestly not bad
Maybe
from
if
this
they get
position.
past this choke.
Doesn't look to be. Crossfire established with Yetterjay in the silent drop. But still, again, it's taking the time here for Pacific. They might not have the time to finish this one out.
Sociable smoked off in main. Still Garden buying a little bit more of that sand in the hourglass, like you said. Yetterjay in pit has been discovered, but still Pacific playing on borrowed time right now. So much ground left for them to cover, and it's just getting away from them. 7 managing to pick up the first, nail on the head, second for him already.
Holy, that's close.
It goes down to the wire,
it was nice trades,
like
but it was close. The 1v1 on site to open it up
yeah,
is...
I mean, the delay, the entry
that's so
work,
doable.
everything. Pacific just a little bit too delayed coming back in. And you look at the buy coming back in for FUT. There's a few pieces missing here.
The good news for FUT is they didn't use Vice ult, so they actually have like a ult that actually gets them over towards Science.
Pacific's best chance. I mean, you're in a pretty good spot considering
They have
the damage
Sky
that you
ult.
did from the
Dude,
last round.
the old school
Ninja
the old
having
school
ult as well
strat
to
with the
fall
Sky
back on, I
ult is
think,
just
is
in this
gonna
corner, and you just
continue to pile on
if
that pain.
2 go here, you go B. If 2 go
FUT have
here,
been
you
very
go A.
direct in their execution so
Old
far.
school
They've left
EG.
nothing down to chance. Pacific the same here though.
Ooh.
Early sand start merges into
One
a
go to
B
close them
main.
out.
I love this.
Bit of proactivity.
Wait, when was the
It
Vice
looks
ult
like they're
used?
set up perfectly to receive what
Dude, I
is
completely
going
missed
to
that.
push
How?
on to be. At least Cupid comes away with one, so again it's raise for raise.
Oh, they actually
You've
do
got to be
this,
worried
the
about the other
ult I was
side
talking about.
of this push out through Hobbit. Stop following up the Seekers and hunting for a kill.
Oh, yeah, actually, Ninja using the ult in tree, just thinking there was player presence there. Question mark finally removed, but FUT given a little bit of space to move into a post plant.
Waddle 2 away from his Nightfall. And Cupid clears out B main with an ultimate of his
Dude,
own.
no
so
space.
A crunch there.
It-
Issues for FUT to
That's
try and
hard
deal with.
for FUT to win. It's a
joins
shame
up
that no
as
one's creating
Sob
any
still
pressure here.
Trying to dictate the pace.
There
of
should be
this play
passive
back
pressure
in
here
through
anyway.
Blue room. 2 players from Pacific on the periphery, backside of this one now rotating in. VALORANT drops one, traded out. No recourse, no support coming back through.
Look at the
Both
HPs.
Pacific players isolated
Look at the
on either
HPs.
side of this one. Waddle the only one left standing. His position
Oh,
noted in main,
it's
and
rough.
Yatij claiming it.
Dude.
We're going to go the
goes
distance
with
here.
it?
An extension of play required, and FUT the ones to force it.
Switching sides.
Into overtime for Pacific to fight for the first Lotus win this year, but FUT to finish this out in a quick 2-0
Remember you told
fashion.
about not being able to lock in, bruh. My
I
brain
think
didn't
honestly,
even
Cairo, it's
register
at
the
this
Vice
stage in the
ult.
game where you just want to see a bit of
I imagine
bottle.
it's in the replay as
Pacific
well.
can pick this one up, then maybe,
That's twice.
just maybe, there's a chance heading into the decider. Otherwise, I feel like you take one step forward and it's another 2 back if they lose in this fashion.
Yeah, I think if Pacific were able to fight back into this, I mean, you could see the belief that they would have in this roster.
Okay, Sop on the Sun decides to go for op, and I guess he's opening the door early to take
But
a
it is
duel.
Pacific
They're going
to
to need
start
to
out
push
on
him
the
back. He's
attack.
going to take this angle.
And we know the difficulties that they had on this A-lobby fight.
Difference is this time,
Okay.
7 is very quick to bridge
Seeing
that
the
gap
satchel,
towards
can't
lobby.
really do too much on this one.
From
Does he
lobby,
take
I
the
should
last
say,
minute
in Rumble
angle?
now,
Ooh, scary.
Scoped in
stood on the
again,
angle.
finds a kill
He
through
did-
the smoke.
I guess
This
maybe didn't
time,
think he had an
it's
op
from
on this.
beyond the door in tree.
You feel as if the rotation
How many
towards the A site
smoke
will
kills
be
has
very
Sop got
easy.
though?
Door broken. And
Did it end on 4 or
Zeus
was this
having
only
to be
3?
forced back.
It's been a
Does
lot.
have the support of the Vise though.
Yeah, and the position
Been
is
most of his opening
complementary
kills.
to this push. Double stack.
Dude, they took down the Viper as
see
well. It's
Cristalli
devastating.
walking back over towards A, where he may soon be required. Pacific grouping up for this push from grass.
I mean, there's so
Actually-
many, so many bodies for FUT on this side of the map. I don't hate the fact that Pacific decide to go elsewhere, but they need to be decisive.
It's good
and
Skydog.
they need to be quick.
Not really playing for any kind of
Skydog
alert
didn't
with VALORANT
actually
off the
clear this
board, so
corner though.
Again, it's so much map material that they
Okay.
need to recover here.
Still probably have to
C
clear
is
this.
Open for the time
Okay,
being,
now
but
they're
as time
good.
ticks on, drags away, FUT starting to reposition themselves.
Yeah,
and
this is
now
good, man. I
leaving
will say
Sop
FUT
behind
every
for
single time.
solo A
When it
anchor
gets to
with
like
this
these mid-rounds,
operator.
Cristalli's
Yeah,
util's
completely
very well
thinking about a
timed.
C play. And
And
Pacific
he'll
are
always
walking
like
straight into danger.
Skydog
Yeah, and I
or
mean, the fact
flash
that they've
into a
already cleared all
Skydog,
the
so
way
it's just like
into
if they are
CT,
trying to
through
time it,
waterfall,
he's
they've
always
all
got the
the map
backup.
space that
You
they could
kind of have
possibly
to
want.
time, you have to wait for the
Get
second bit
early,
of
ready
util
to
to
time
time
on
him.
site.
It's the utility used in the process as well. There's little
Big
left
duel
to
here.
fall back on here, and with Sociable finding that on the
Ooh.
fadeaway, 7 dropped. 4 versus 3, FUT in the perfect position to retake.
Yeah, but you're retaking with a glass cannon
Whoa.
up, and Cooper begins to hit his shots.
Couple
Big
in the
1v1.
conversation, knows about Yatij now.
Go on, mate. You got the
Needs to fight
confidence to
this
swing
with
him.
Waddle, but he's stuck in backside. Cupid cornered as Zeus
Holy,
walks back in,
bro,
and he's
look at
gonna
him
get
go.
another. Would it be an additional ace here
Look
on
at
the
him
Pacific
go.
side to keep them going?
Cupid, what a
No.
bang around.
Waddle will spare the expense, but the captain has clawed their way back through, and Pacific take first advantage in OT.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to Cooper. Fair play to Pacific to find their way back in, because I thought this was all but done. Sop uncharacteristically missing his off shot. And Pacific get advantage in OT.
Too obvious.
It was on the defense where Pacific started this comeback. 4 rounds down at the half. And the anchor utility
Two passing bush. Oh no, don't do this default again. And okay, they push it too. Hold up. They're learning.
Moving into B main now, the defense, but not overstaying their welcome this time.
It's much better.
Restationing those numbers, ready for a B split. PCIFIC in the early stages, all over FUT's game plan.
Wait, it's so much better.
Nowhere really to go for FUT here. If they break the door, they're breaking into what is a double stack. And
what are they going to do? Door fake B and A.
The gravity, and it's an issue right towards that A side, but you start to walk into this stack and you can see the issues.
Straight up A here. Oh my god, the pre-fight's crazy on that.
Ninja. Still waiting to get out. Finally they do. Zeus the one up close.
They know
Dude,
everyone's aiming.
To be counted. PCIFIC 1 round away from winning out this map. Planted towards backside. Sociable stuck in the silent drop, but that's a big ultimate to delay.
Yeah, plenty of time and reposition from Yetajay off of this. Looking to go treat.
Position's
Valorant will
good.
be the first one to receive, so that information will be fed to the other two.
They know where this retake is
smoke.
coming from.
That time being
Go for the one way? No, okay.
precious resource for PCIFIC. Yetajay's walked round.
Oh, the shots are crazy, man. Doesn't have time to fake TP. It's a jump. It's finally a jump around the corner, and what a time to do it. Dude, that was nice from them. That was good.
Finally
Send
actualizing
decider.
some reprieve
Send
here,
decider.
getting themselves back into a game.
And they were aiming towards the end of this.
But they will not
That's some
fail in
individually they had
overtime.
some crazy rounds.
PCIFIC with a map win, which will